So I've got myself a new toy. It's the Skilsaw worm drive table saw. This is the smaller one of the ones that are available, and I've just unboxed it and I found a little problem. A little disappointing, but hopefully I can get it fixed. Show you what that is. Let's go around back. Alright, so here on the back side of the table saw, we'll lift it up so we can see what's going on better. So this piece here is basically the dust catcher, and you'll see these parts here, and then this edge here. That bottom edge is supposed to fit in here, and then those plastic parts are supposed to lock into these. But what happens, you'll notice right here, this plastic isn't locked under here like it's supposed to. It's all held in place by Phillips screws, and I'm going to try to take it apart, put it back together, but this piece is supposed to slide in, but way too much play there. Just not right. So far that's the only disappointment in the saw I was pretty excited to pick up. So we'll see if I can fix this thing. Alright, so by taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws here on this plastic side cover, I was able to get this tab reset back in place. So let's see if it works better. There you go. That's a lot better. We take the thumb screw that they gave in here. And there, the dust port is now a lot more stable than it was. So, alright. So now when setting up this Skilsaw, there's supposed to be a positive stop on the blade, so the blade is, straight up and down. And there's also a positive stop at 45. Now, of course, the factory's not going to have that dead on, but they show you in the book, or describe in the book, how to make those adjustments. Now, what I've done, according to the instructions, is taken a square, and if I put the square like so, you'll see it's square, okay? And that is locked in place at square. Now the needle here isn't anywhere near or close to 0, but that's not even the issue. What's the issue is, if I loosen this and I push it all the way up to the positive stop, and I loosen it down, now suddenly the blade is no longer square. To adjust the positive stop, you loosen, make sure the blade is square. About so, I think. But anyway, and then this screw here loosens a cam on the inside. Let me get a light in there for you. See that cam right there? You turn that so that it is a positive stop there, and if you turn it loosen it up, turn this, positive stop changes, so you can adjust it like, you know, like so on and so forth. But with this thing in the furthest left position, that way, right if you're on the outside, it still does not. And we're talking like, that's as far as that thing will go. Like so. And if I lock this down, alright, so it's as far that way as it'll go. And this is as far that way as it'll go. We're still looking at a gap. That's disappointing. So not only do I have issues with adjusting it square when I'm done, I mean the saw actually cut once. I just fired it up just because, hey, let's throw some sawdust, and it seemed to have plenty of power. But the rest of this stuff is just irritating me to no end, and I think I'm gonna have to return this saw to the store. Alright, so here I am with my new Skill worm drive table saw, which I was pretty excited to buy. And I'm setting it up according to the book. Initial setup, make sure everything's square. And as mentioned in the book, I'm supposed to take my square and basically measure the distance between the miter slot here and the back of the blade, and also to make sure that it's the same in the front of the blade. Well, if it's not, the book says how to make that adjustment. Well, here's the problem. Alright, underneath the back of the table saw, right up there, here and here, is a hex head bolt. The instructions in the book say to loosen those up, and then we're going to go around front and take a look at those. Alright, so here's the bolts on the front. This one here, and there's another one here. According to the instructions, if you loosen these two on the front and the two on the back, you can adjust the blade so it's parallel with the miter slot. And they even say they provided the Allen wrench. Well, here's the problem. The ones on the back I was able to loosen up. These ones on the front, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I reefed on this thing so much. I bent this Allen wrench, and those bolts are not coming loose. I'm not happy. One more issue to show you about this table saw. So as I'm packing this up to bring it back to the store and find a different model, as I put it back in the package upside down the way it was supposed to be, I want to point out that this part here, this is a part that I couldn't get to get the blade to go straight up and down, because this wouldn't come over far enough to even engage this cam. But from this angle up above, you can almost see that it's angled like this. If it was straighter, it would probably do the trick. I don't know why it's crooked like that. If it's a manufacturing flaw, if they're all like that. This one just happened to be bent. But regardless, it's going back to the store. Once again, sorry Skilsaw. A little disappointed. Looking forward to using it, but not quite.